Hey, what's up, guys? Thank you so much for joining me here on the after show. I'm just getting everything locked and loaded, ready to go right now. It's going to be a good show. We have Daniel Shea coming through. We have Apple to talk about for a trade review, and we have DocuSign getting ready to blast off right now. Unfortunately, I just sort of have to load up this computer one more time, as we did have some issues over here. So I'm just going to get this going, load up our Benzinga Pro so we do not miss on DocuSign. Thank you so much for watching right now. I'm just gonna load up the video, get it going here, do a little bit of a roll call. What a good day that was. That was really funny today, with the way how Apple just kind of tanked there at the end of the day. I'm still, oh man. Yeah, we may need to address this computer at some point right now. It's not even loading our videos before I can click on to watch this with everybody. All right, I'm gonna try to load up Prosper Pro, which also isn't loading. But okay, so for right now, we're a little bit flying naked here, Brendan. So hopefully we can get this loading. As you can see quite clearly, that internet is not working over here either right now. Oh, there it is, it just loaded up. So we'll wait for DocuSign earnings coming through right now. We have the Benzinga Pro, and when that loads up, in hopefully a couple of seconds here, you can see we have the black screen of death. I do want to thank everybody for watching the show, and it's, I don't know, Brendo, I might have to switch over to your computer, because as of right now, nothing is loading over here right now.
I can tell you DocuSign is not out yet. So
Do you want to go to Brendan quickly here, because
there's that.
there's this.
There's not much.
There is absolutely nothing loading right now on this.
Hi guys.
Yeah, just take it for a second here.
We'll keep an ear out, and we'll keep an eye out for not only DocuSign coming through, but we'll also touch on sector recap, as Mr. Katina does on a daily basis. There's a few interesting notes as far as what we had to deal with today for individual names. It has been an interesting session, to say the least, as far as what was weak, what was strong. This board is very, very mixed when all is said and done. We had all kinds of tech weakness throughout the entire day. Apple, 2.75%. NVDA, a full 2% to the downside. Broadcom, 1.7%. AMD, 2.4%. Intel ends the day, the big winner there, 3.2%. There really wasn't much on Intel as far as individual news was concerned, but looks like we are getting a few earnings just coming through. We'll keep an eye out for numbers as they do. But that's how the overall market ends the day. Amazon included, 1.8% upside. We also had strength in some consumer names, some retail names, specifically Walmart, Home Depot, Lowe's, Amazon, all positive. Pharmaceutical names positive. Utilities were positive. UNH was positive as well when all was said and done. Luminera, LMNR, just coming out with earnings as well. So hearing about some positive numbers from Luminera. We had DocuSign and RH on the board there today. But Luminera, the first one to come across as far as earnings is concerned. Sean, dealing with a little bit of a technical issue. Stand by. We'll bring Mr. Katina back in as soon as we can. You said, will you? Maybe we will, maybe we won't.
Oh, boy.
Maybe we can just go through a few things here. There he is. As far as the overall market and as far as what happened today, it was very mixed when all is said and done. From a NASDAQ point of view, from an S&P point of view, there really wasn't anything that stood out. I mean, the market seems to be in a bit of a holding pattern here as far as overall what is happening.
Well, we are just coming out of earnings.
What is happening is not a lot when it comes to your computer.
No, like it's not, unfortunately. Hey, thank you for watching. We have over 2,500 people watching right now, so that's absolutely fantastic. If and when those earnings come through, we'll talk about them. But yeah, no, I just feel that we're through the major earnings seasons now, right? And so you only have DocuSign to come, a few more names after that. It's out? Oh, that's a great story. Yeah. Anyways, what we'll do is, I just feel that, you had Frank on, you guys went back and forth about CPI, where the inflation number is going to come, and it's just, there's a little bit up in the air right now. I think this 2% came a lot quicker than many people thought. The NASDAQ getting a little bit of a pullback down. We can go over to Brendo if he has something right now, because Honestly, guys, this is going to be one of the shortest shows of all time.
EPS 72 cents, beating estimates of 66 cents. Sales, better part of 700 million, beating as well 677 million. So across the board, looks like positive numbers here for DocuSign just coming out. RH still to come. Hope your day was good. Sean's day wasn't that great. Sean's computer's day is about to get even worse. If we had a sledgehammer around here, it might help things a little bit.
I mean, I've done a lot worse.
I don't.
Yeah. Okay.
It's actually not restarting right now, which is kind of weird. But
what is it?
Your computer. Oh, there it is.
No, it's just not doing anything.
Back
again. It's trying. It's trying. You know what? You know what I could actually do? I could go back to my computer.
You want to try that?
Do it from over there.
I'm just hearing RH just came out, so why don't I do that and you can go back over there.
That's the only solution.
All right. Done. Executive decision has been made. Let's talk about RH a little bit here. EPS $3.93, $3.93 for RH versus $2.56 expected there. Sales of full 800 million versus 784 million expected there. So beat top and bottom line there for RH. DocuSign authorizes increase of 300 million to their current repurchase program. DocuSign's Q3 total revenue, 687 million to 690 million versus 686 expected. So they also upping their total revenue, sees full year 24 total revenue 2.737 billion, up from 2.72 prior. So DocuSign increasing their forecast as well. Right across the board, pretty good numbers there for DOCU. I closed my charting platform already, or I would show you what that's doing right now. Wasn't expecting a random computer halt. Just hearing about a halt coming through here. All right, as far as earnings, though, as Sean was mentioning there, we're getting towards the end of the overall earnings season. We'll have a few next week that are notable, but for the most part, you got to wait until October now until we get into the next batch of earnings coming through. The next check mark or checkpoint as far as the market is concerned is going to come up next Wednesday, as we were talking with Frank. If you missed it today, go back and watch that. Really insightful as far as CPI next Wednesday, 8:30 a.m. Eastern. He touched on what to expect when it comes to that. We will get that China number coming up on Friday. Bank of Canada's Governor Macklem still speaking. We have Feds Williams still speaking as well. So a couple of things still happening. If he's ready, we can bring him back in or jump over to Sean whenever he is good.
Yeah, let's go. All right, same show, new place. So we'll hit this for the computer. Thank you so much for sticking out with us, but we're going to do the show from here. Normally, obviously, we do it from the big desk. I don't want to miss out on Danielle Shea coming through. I think that's going to be important to talk about a little bit of AMC and whatnot. So that's fine. We're in our comfort zone over here anyways. So thank you so much for joining. Let's just do a quick roll call because I just want to make sure that everybody's here right now. Let's do this real quick. If everybody's here, let's go. Thank you so much for being here today with me on this after show. Let's go to this top chat. We go to live chat. How about that right now? So my wife demands to leave out. Yeah, you know what? You are not wrong on that one. We've got chili at home. It's ready to rock and roll. The key to my wife's chili, of course, put my handsome face on the screen if you can. Ramin there, I want to put in the bottom corner there. We might not have that macro for this show. Oh, there she is. What's up? Oh no, do not call me Shawnee on the air here. Why did this just happen? Okay, what's up to my lovely wife? And I'm giving away your secret because you called me that. It's pumpkin. You got to get the pumpkin puree into the chili. It makes it a little bit sweet, takes away some of that spice there, but I like spice. Put some spice in that, my love, and we'll be back home really, really soon to have lots of fun tonight. It's also my kids. I don't know if it's his last game. You can confirm this, Marissa, since you're there. I don't know if it's his last game, but we have a soccer game tonight as well, so we'll get home before that. But what's up here? Here, let's do a little bit of a roll call. Yo, it's Hill out, Sean, whatever that means. Chill out, maybe? What's up to Dirty Jersey? What's up to Darwin? Oh, We got Kat behind us as well now. What's up to Mike Pena? You having mac and cheese tonight? That's nice. I think that's going to be good. What's up to Aura's here? Leo's here. Minor players here. Everybody's here. Who knew? Sympathy, Fugo, everybody's here. Thank you so much for joining me here on the big show as we get ready to rock and roll with the market recap. So, I mean, just real quick, what a day it was today for the ES and the Qs, right? So we'll just take a look at that. What a big movement back up. Let's talk about the Qs. I like that better if you can't tell. What a disaster open for the market, right? We were all looking like, oh my God, this is going to be one of the worst days ever because we had Apple really get cranked down to the downside. The whole NASDAQ sort of bounced. And not only did it bounce, it had that huge move early, came right back in, and we're just like, yeah, let's roll, baby. We felt like we were Alabama there, roll tide. Came back into this 15,160, and it hit the exact same level there as we bounced off earlier. So that was a double bottom, clear as day that it happened. I think we always want to take advantage of that if we see it. That was about 10 o'clock. Great job if anybody picked that long, and you can see what happened at the end of the day. We kind of were just back and forth there, hitting highs, hitting lows, and kind of ending at the middle there. So the NASDAQ didn't really scare me too much at the end of the day. I really felt like you wanted to see a fall if this market was going to be weak, and it was actually pretty strong there at the end, holding some of these levels. We wound up above the IB high, so that's always a good thing there, the initial balance high, which is put in rate. The initial balance high would have been up here. So we actually finished, oh no, that's 942. So it actually would have been in and around this level right here. So we actually finish above it. We finish above VWAP as well. So it's nice to see the NASDAQ holding. Let's quickly just flip over scripts right now and go over to Docu because we did see them come out. So let's have a quick look at this. DocuSign again. I like the name. I thought this was something that could have actually got bought out at one point. Only $10 billion. And remember, they have approval now that you can sign. And I don't know if there's too much competition in this space, so we're waiting to hear about that. But, you know, you can sign over mortgages, legal documents, and all that using their technology and doing it all over the air. So the point about that is that with less and less people coming into work now, I mean, now it's getting back to normal, which is why DocuSign had its run back in the day. I mean, this was a huge COVID darling when everyone thought the whole world was obviously coming to an end. You had DocuSign making huge moves to the upside. And if we actually blow this up, you're going to see in 2022 just how crazy DocuSign was. And then now look at this, man, precipitous fall to say the least. This was a $350, $320 name, now back down to 50 bucks. I believe there's value in this, no matter what is happening with rhetoric about staying at home, going back to the office. I actually like DocuSign. I think there's a good opportunity for this to grow. And, you know, let's check out what those numbers exactly were because we're over here with Benzinga. Yesterday, remember I was like, yo, we're watching at home, we're watching Young Sheldon. So he doesn't say it in Young Sheldon, but in, what's the other, oh, Big Bang Theory, it's Buzzinga, not Benzinga. So here it is right here. DocuSign sees total Q3 revenues. So here we go, a little bit higher, 687 to 691 versus 686. So that's nice. And then revenue, sorry, FYI, total revenue, even a beat moving forward, but not by much. So I can see why. Ooh, here we go. I like this one, 300 million. Not bad considering their sales were 700 million roughly, 300 million reshare purchase program. So that's a good one for them. What did they come out with here? We have 72 versus 66. That's a beat. Everything's a beat there. Restoration Hardware as well coming out. Let's go RH, see what that's doing right now. RH, I don't know if we're allowed to call it Restoration Hardware. Am I going to get in trouble for that? 393 versus what? 256. RH with a huge move up, or a huge move on the beat there. Sales 800 versus 784. So what is going on? We continue to expect luxury housing market and broader economy to remain challenging, through FY 23 and into next year as mortgage rates continue to be a problem. So there it is right now, Restoration Hardware. Look at this. Nice number. Sends this name to the high side, but then they guide lower there. And I think they're dead on, man. If you're going to have a hard time with mortgage rates, what are you going to do if you're stuck in your house right now? You know, you've got a couple opportunities. You can sell, but then if you sell and you're moving into a new home, if you're not flush and you don't have cash, then you're gonna have to refinance. And at 20-year rates or whatever, where they are right now in the mortgage rates, 7.78 or something like that is the average. That's not gonna fly. We've seen the XHB as well. The home builders ETF has made some downside moves in the last couple days. There it is right there from 80, these highs 84, 85 down to 81, trying to bounce off the 50 period as well. I like what RH said there, and that's too bad because I really like the name. But if you can't afford that $10,000 coffee table, you know, that's going to be hard. So right now, luxury goods in your house are going to be a problem. At least pilferage shouldn't be a problem. Hopefully you're not able to carry out some of these big tables and whatnot out of there. So we'll see what RH has to say, but definitely downside on that. And then I like DocuSign. Again, maybe I'll buy some. I don't know if it's an all clear or not. We'll maybe talk to Danielle about this, but we've already had this bottom of $45, $46 for DocuSign as well come through. So I don't have over here Ramin or Fabian. Who's switching for me over there? I don't have all of the stuff, and nor do I know if Miss Danielle Shea is ready because I don't see her on my screen right now. But if we do have it, let's hit Trader Talk and bring on Danielle. There we go.
Hey,
hi,
guys.
Danielle. Everything is working. We did have some technical problems early on the show, but we've solved them late. I'm back at my desk. We're not at the big desk. Tonight's a big night for the Kansas City Chiefs, man. It's Thursday night football. My wife's got the chili going. What say you in your household?
Oh, that's excellent. You know, I do love the Chiefs because I am from Kansas City. So go Chiefs.
If you could turn that up a little bit there, Fabian. Danielle, I had no idea what you said. So could you just repeat that quickly?
Let me see if this is going to work better. Is that better?
No, it's not you. It's not you. We didn't have the volume up.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
I can.
Okay. I was saying that I'm from Kansas City. So, of course, I'm always going to root for the Chiefs. So go Chiefs.
What's on the menu tonight? Do you guys do anything special for Chiefs games? Like I was saying, the wife's got some chili going on right now. Obviously, being from Kansas City, it must be barbecue or something.
You know, actually, we have some ribs on the smoker right now.
Ah, yeah. We're all about that. I'm just going to hit this right now for you because that's what we like to do. There's a smoker right there for you on screen. So we talked a little bit about earnings earlier here. Anything surprise you with DocuSign? I know we want to get into AMC a little bit if you don't mind at some point, but DocuSign today up 3%, looking like it's going to make a move higher here as we speak. Good report. I like it. That 45 is a pretty nice level. What's up with DocuSign?
So, you know, when you look at DocuSign normally has some pretty big moves. So, you know, we've had 30% moves, 18% moves, 16%, 10% moves. So this move right here now only up 3%. I mean, that's pretty minimal. We had a move that was priced in of about $5. So currently where it's trading, you know, it's in line with the expected move, nothing too crazy. But, you know, I will tell you that if we could get up above here, up above the 200 simple, which is going to be, let's call it 54.5, that's where this thing could really break out and get a potential upside trade tomorrow.
Uh-oh, we're right at 54.5 right now, so that should be a good one. Oh, and by the way, I can't remember if last week if we talked, when we talked about Affirm, if we had covered that position or what, but Affirm, I mean, it's continuing to go. Look at the daily chart here. This is an absolute monster. Continuing to make new highs here, it looks like. Trying to take out some of the, well, not now. Trying to take out some of those levels on AFRM. And the reason why we identified that a couple weeks ago was this breakthrough 20. We got a great report. We know there's a nice short squeeze potential here on AFRM. And I believe it's somewhere in the 20s there on the short side. I'm just going to double check it for us right now for now it's only 17% right now. Are we still in this, Danielle?
So, you know, after we talked about this one on the show the other day, I took my profits. I had a double on it in the options market, which was perfect. That. You know, targeting a double anytime you buy long calls is great. When you look at it, you know, it is still going. You're up into, you know, up 1.72%, 22.48. If you're still in it, here's the thing is that what you really want to see is you want to see it get up above this high back from February. And that's going to be pretty much right where you're at right now, you know, 22.5. So here's the thing is you want to be careful, take your profits when you have them, because when you're right up near those highs, you know, you can see short sellers come back in and send it lower. But if you're still in this thing and it breaks up through 22.5, I mean, it's really going to run, because those are the last two resistance zones until you get all the way up here. So there's still hope in this one, but be careful. You know, if you get a gap down, that's usually when the momentum runs out in these things.
Okay, that makes sense. Good trade. Great trade on that one. All right, so look, me and Neil talk about this, and we all do here on the show. Whenever there's reverse splits, it doesn't seem to be a great story for the stock in the months after that, sometimes even the days after. Maybe you get a nice little bump every couple days because of that reverse split. You know, sometimes there's share float issues and things like that. But this AMC, I mean, AMC Entertainment Holdings has just been like absolutely destroyed over the last, let's just call it week and a half. You know, we go up to 40 bucks there on the split, comes right, well, actually it was 20 bucks, comes right back in, and now we're down to $8, which is pre-split 80 cents. So now you're well below $1. Has there been any options? I mean, I didn't even look at the option market in AMC. I feel like they would have been really valued quite high, like the premiums you would have been paying on this, to the, especially on puts, would be quite aggressive. Were there any plays that anybody in your rooms or anyone that you know maybe took on this AMC? Because what a disaster. I know we've been shorting it on the show every day, but I feel like I'm missing the boat, not getting like a $2 put or something.
Man, Sean, you know, I wish I would have seen this one. I can't believe you've been on it, and that's amazing, because I didn't trade this one at all. I can tell you that from the setup, I mean, it's an amazing short. You know, you have a weekly chart pattern right here, rallied right up into the 50 simple around 58. You had a weekly squeeze firing to the downside. I will say that this is pretty extended at this point, and, you know, add in the reverse split. So I would have to say that it's pretty close to those downside price targets. It's hard for me to want to get in further at these levels, but here's the thing is now it's only a $7.71 stock. So if you want to just make an aggressive bet on it and say, hey, you know what? I know that I missed a lot of the move, or maybe you have already been trading the move and you want to know, you know, how you could trade it to the ground, because that looks like it's where it's going, right? Checking out the options market, I would go out into October. Yes, the implied volatility is high. It's at 171%. You know, that's going to be high. But the options are cheap. So if you're looking for something to crater, generally buying something, you know, just straight out of the money. Right now it's trading at $8.12. So you could buy these $8 puts. They're $1.51. So, you know, you would need to see the stock go down at least another $1.51, which I think is possible, especially because that is a $4 expected move going into October. So, you know, let's say you bought those, spend $151 a piece. It actually does fall $4. You would have some decent in the money options, and it's a great way to trade it from a Watto basis, you know, if the thing craters.
Yeah, I actually don't mind that call. I mean, I do think 650. I mean, 650 could come tomorrow, believe it or not. I mean, we were short the other day, 14, 13, 12, and it's been really quite a nice trade. All right, I asked people in the chat if they had any questions for you, and they got like, oh, are you still ordering your Cybertruck and all that? We don't need to talk about that. That doesn't matter. Oh, will you marry some people in the chat? No, we're not going to talk about that either. We're trying to stay professional here. But as you can see, Tesla, I know that's a stock that you really like. I really like that. This is a name that I want to buy on dips, right? And I'm always using the 50 period simple here, and we're right there right now at 244. Well, I mean, we're up now at 250, but we've been bouncing our head off that, and it's just been holding for the last 3 or 4 days, despite this NASDAQ kind of making moves down. Tesla today, a super aggressive move back up to the upside. I mean, it was 10 bucks, right? I mean, we saw 243 today, which is that 50 period right down here at 243. So we bounced off that 3 or 4 times and then just took off to the upside. So are we seeing any strength in Tesla right now? I mean, I sit here and trade it every day, so I can see intraday there's a lot of strength. Are we supposed to wait for like a 220 here or what? Because like I'm losing my patience. I don't want to miss the boat if this thing starts to go back up to the upside.
So here's what I'm looking at, Sean. I love the, 50 simple that you're looking at on my charts. That's going to be the yellow line in the sand right here. What I want to tell your viewers is, look, we have a put call ratio that's incredibly extended. So here's my put call chart. Anytime you have the put call ratio up above 9, that's, well, 0.9. That's going to be a situation where there's a lot of people holding puts in the market. There's a lot of bearishness. Everybody's short. And when that happens, all you need is one gap up, okay? You just need the NASDAQ to gap up one day. You need Tesla to gap up one day. And then you can have Tesla, Meta, NVDA, Broadcom, LRCX, all of these major volatile mega cap names start to rally. So what I'm looking for in Tesla is for this put call ratio to come through. We just need a gap up in the NASDAQ. I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow because, when you have 2 days in a row like this of downwards pressure, especially before a Friday, we might get one more down day tomorrow and then maybe we get a gap up next week. But I want to see a gap up. And then if we can get up above here in the 50 simple, Tesla can fly. I also have, a couple others for you too. I don't know if you like Meta here, but Meta is right underneath the 50 simple and we could just get a gap up on that one. Along with, you've got Lam Research. This one's actually holding up above the 50 simple. And then you have NVIDIA holding up above the 50 simple as well. So I'm looking for that put call ratio to come through. I'm looking for a short covering rally. I'm waiting for it to happen. It's not here yet, but I would definitely jump on all of these when it does.
So I'm a little bit slow here, and I apologize for that. I noticed that your 50 period was higher than mine and not even at the same values, and it's because mine was an EMA. So I just put the simple on, and now we are together on that one. So it is having a hard time breaking to the high side on that. I'll look for that gap. One more, because this death clock is going to run out, and I'm not even close to being over yet. And people want to know about NVIDIA. I've been looking at NVIDIA for a while. That 450 level, I mean, it just keeps on holding and holding and holding. I think if we break it, we see 400. I mean, I don't know. We have the ARM IPO coming through next week, we think. I think on the 13th it gets priced, out on the 14th. I feel like that's going to take a little bit of luster away from NVIDIA for a minute anyways. You getting long NVIDIA? I kind of have a feeling like I want to be long, but I'm not sure right now.
So I think as long as NVIDIA stays up above 450, you can get long. I think that if it breaks 450, that's a critical line in the sand. That's the zone. If it breaks there, I'm wrong. It's falling lower. But I mean, I think the way that it pulled back is completely normal. You had this move over earnings. You traded directly up into that $500 key psychological price target. I also have a Fibonacci level there. For it to pull back like this after earnings and after making a target, completely normal. On the lower time frame charts, I've got another squeeze setting up. This is a consolidation breakout signal. When you have that squeeze, it's building up that pressure and it's getting ready to go again. So I think, we can keep trading NVIDIA to the upside as long as it's up above 450, and I'd trade it back up into 475 again.
All right, so we'll just keep going long on NVIDIA. Thank you so much, Danielle Shea. Look, on the show today, I took the Chiefs. Neil wasn't so certain about it, so I'm with you on this one, but he's a Bills fan, so he's delusional sometimes. So we will cheer on the Chiefs tonight. Thank you so much, Ms. Shea. And I really like that pullover that you have on there. Maybe I could get one of those.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, for sure. I'll see if I can send you one.
I like it. There we go. I'm always fishing for something free. So thank you so much, Ms. Danielle Shea. You can check her out at Simpler Trading on the bottom there. She's on Twitter, AKA X, at Trader Danielle. Thank you so much and enjoy yourself tonight.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Ciao. That's Trader Talk. Let's hit that button again, Ramin. Oh, in a minute. There it is. All right. We're getting a little bit heavy on time, I guess, here, or light on time, I guess we should say the other way around here. So let's just quickly, I just want to talk about Apple just real quick. Bear with me. I won't go more than 3 more minutes. 4 more minutes, something like that. Okay, so we got really good today with Apple because it was a good trade. Unfortunately, we logged out and back in, so we have all these crazy wicks on now that I can't do much about. But we were pretty nervous early on. We had that Apple short in the pre-market. It absolutely cratered, man. We were short at 177. It ticked all the way down to 173 and change, right? Our best out on that was 175, so we took $2 early. Then we're like, all right, let's just short it into some of these highs again. And that's where we really got nervous, and we almost got burned on this trade. So let me see if I can zoom in just a little bit more. Here's the shorts into 177, 178. Now, We were lucky that it didn't take out 178 because we were going to get out of at least half of this trade if that did hit 178. You had some highs right there. We kind of barcoded right about at 8 o'clock into that 178. So that was going to be my sort of my area where we were getting nervous about it, right? We started averaging in. Our average price was only 177, but we did have too many shares. We really believed in this stock, and that's the one thing that you have to do. If you're going to believe in something, you have to stick with it. And when it came back in, we started just getting out, man. We started to see that 176.50 was basically holding all throughout until about 10 o'clock when they finally gave it up. And then we just started getting more out on VWAP here at 176 and change. So our average price finally came through, and we were joining the dollar club all day, every day on this. It popped back up. This was another level where it just downside boom. So more profits being taken on that. Then as it starts to climb up, we start to get out of more positions. We average in at the same price. Then 178 comes again, and we get it against that 178.50. We actually get stopped out when it breaks 178, but then we're like, that's fine. Give us that top, 178.25. There's the short again at 178, 25 cents worth of risk for a maximum take there of $1.25, well worth it. There's our final out, and then we average back into it right at the end of the day before getting lucky that the imbalance came and we were able to get it out for a nice trade at the end. But I still want to short Apple. I want to be short this name until we figure out what's happening with China and until, honestly, we get back above 180. So we're going to remain short on that name. Apple, short tomorrow into that 180. Hit the roll call because let's do that real quick right now. Who's still here, man? Thank you so much for your for being patient with me here because I was a little frustrating early. We were able to hold everybody, so I say thank you to all that's here right now. And just, again, let's do a little bit of a roll call. Miss Danielle Shea is in here right now. Yes, Zion. She likes NVIDIA. We talked about that. What's up, Fat Figo right here? He's here right now. That part. Good job. Bears vs. Bulls is here. Andrew is here. We've got a lot of people in the chat. Thank you so much for joining again today. And we do have normally, oh, there it is, Bears vs. Bulls on point, sending me today's super chats. We always want to make sure that we shout out those of you that joined us as new members today and those of you that are here for super chats. So thank you so much for everything that you brought to the show. Let's bring it down quickly right now. Here we go, fan funding on a Thursday. So again, we're not in our normal spot. Let's just blow this up quickly. Mard D. Cat, what's up, man? Oh yeah, and by the way, Bears vs. Bulls, don't put anything derogative on here, even if it is their name, because I will just read it. Monty G, Nicole Harris. It's Mac Attack is here. I like that name, man. That's my nephew's name is Mac, so shout out to Mac right there. Dean Jennings, Samuel, Nick W, William, Ian Rispetto, and Red Mappin. Thank you so much for joining us and for being a part of this great show and this great community. We could not do what we do without you. It's almost chili time. What's up to Rich Naples? What's up to TX Redman? Thank you so much. You are the man, habitual traveler. We're really good, man. Free lunch trader. There's never a free lunch, but there we go. Thank you so much to everybody that's joining us here today. It was an absolutely great day. It says FIN on there, so that means we need to finish the show. I told you we'd be about 3 minutes extra. As you can see the clock at the very bottom, it's 4:33 here. See a cat? People said they heard you cough today. Oh, Jesus, she's been coughing every day. All right, stay away. Right now, thank you for joining. I'm Sean Katina. We're going to be back tomorrow at 8:30. Regardless, if I ever get sick again, I'm never coming in to here because too valuable to get everyone ill. But everyone's feeling good now, and I'm feeling fantastic. So time to get home. Let's get going. I'm on my way home, my wife. Get that chili ready. Let's get that going. Hey, if we have a bread bowl, that'd be even better, right? Watch the game. Enjoy everything tonight. Study those charts because, hey, a prepared trader is a better trader. I'm Sean Katina. Thank you for watching. Ciao.